And boom.
So, what's going on, everybody?
What's
It's
up?
the Manic Money Finance channel. You know what time it is. I'm Crypto Corey. This is Money Mike.
And I am the Russian roof. I mean, yeah, Money Mike.
Money Mike.
Sorry, I was
so-
live streaming on the personal, and I was calling myself the Russian roofie ninja the whole time.
The what?
The Russian roofie ninja.
Oh my goodness.
I wear a Cosby sweater, and I have.
So we're live right now, right?
Oh, we are indeed. Don't worry.
Are we?
This is fake
Okay.
fur. My PETA people.
Now I see it. Yeah, I was looking at the YouTube. I'm like, I don't see it. It popped up.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, it popped up.
Volume weird. It popped up and it stopped.
Volume
and
should
then
be good.
It went to another one. Yeah, it's good now. So let's get the stream out to a couple people, right? If you're watching this later, you can skip forward a little bit. You know, get past some of the nonsense. But yeah.
Nonsense.
Anyways, how about that long call? That long, whew, right? We called it yesterday, right, Mike?
We did indeed. We did.
That was it. Like, you know, all we were missing for the most part was the open, low, high, close phenomenon. A lot of people don't understand this, right? It's actually very important to know time is the most important rule of this game. If you don't know about time, right, and it really does matter, like the time of the month, right? Like what week it is.
The time of the month.
Leave it to Mike, right? But
hey, just saying, that is important. That is very important.
If you know it's the first of the month, the first week of the month, right? And if you're bullish, like we say all the time, we're looking for price to trade down. I mean, that's not me. Like that's just the way it is, right? That's just a rule. Like, look it up, right?
Those weren't devil horns, by the way, that I was doing.
Go.
Those were bull horns, bullish. If we were bearish,
Go.
If we're bearish, I'll just flip these up, bro. You know.
So yeah, and these are all things. Yeah, let's just write down some stuff in our journals today, and that is. Time is the most important rule. If it's not time, then price not going to run. Right? That's the most thing we need to watch out is for what? High news drivers. Anything that's going to move price in a way that we're not expecting, right?
You mean like CPI today?
CPI. So, you know, you're gambling. If you're playing CPI, but it's a different story. I mean, if you're using a stop loss, you know, and you're anticipating something, then yeah, that's fine. But if you're rolling with no stop loss and you're using heavy leverage and your liquidation price is super close to you, and then you open the trade and all of a sudden, boom, you get liquidated. You're like, oh, what the heck? Crypto Corey, he's BS. He doesn't know what he's talking about. All you know, like we've all gone through it. You know, how many times are you gonna blame other people for your own actions until you get your ish together? You know what I'm saying?
Your ish.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I know time. Mentioning
you know.
time is kind of interesting today because we all know it was actually that time of the month. It was the day that CPI data came out.
Yep, isn't that interesting?
For those who don't know, that's inflation data, right? Consumer price index.
Consumer price index. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you want to tell them all about it, I mean, it's great. But all we need to know is that this is going to be a high news driver. And even if it's good, sometimes price will react in a way that is completely the opposite of what the news is. I mean, we've experienced that, right, Mike? So
Oh yes.
it's a wild card. That's why, I mean, if you're using a stop, as long as you expect your setup to get walked on, and might as well like prepare like, oh yeah, you're not gonna win the trade. And if you continue to chase after that, I mean, that'll get you wrecked as well. So you need to have certain rules. So let's write down another entry into our journal. So after high news drivers, we're going to write down, right? If we get emotional, we're going to have 3 trades. We have 3 chances to get this right, right? If our stop loss gets hit 3 times, right? You're done. You close it down, turn the computer off, go for a walk, go to the park. You're done. Go play some video games. You lost. You're done for the day. You lost. If you continue to chase price, you know what will happen. You're just going to continue to lose more money, and you're going to you're going to hear my voice later on after you've chased price,
Because he'll be
after
standing
those
over
3
your bed.
And yeah, you're gonna hear, you know what Crypto Corey said, I should have cut it off and I didn't cut it off. And now I'm sitting at a bigger loss than I should have even had, because 3 trades with the maximum, right? And if you have $1,000 account, that means you can only lose $10 per trade. You're done. $30 is the maximum you're gonna lose through the whole day. That doesn't mean, so if you lose $30 in one trade, guess what? You're done. Right? That's 3% of your portfolio. You're done. Yeah, so this is why you need to manage your stop loss. Right? We talk about the formula. Right? We do 100 times, 1%. Pull up the whole, we've gone over the formula, right? I'm not going to go over it right now. But you're going to only risk 1% of your account, right? And it doesn't matter how big the stop loss is. Once you understand that, you can have 20% stop, 20% in the market moving, but only risk 1% of your stop loss. You need to know how to do this, right?
Size always matters, Corey.
Yeah. So write that in your journal.
Size matters.
Position size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does matter. Put this in another entry, right? So when you over position, right, you're going to be sweating, you're going to be watching the charts, you're going to exit early, right? You're not going to wait for the model to play out, because you're going to be, oh no, I just want my money. You're going to be like, yeah, you're gambling, right? And the stop loss gets hit like that, right? If you risk less, right? If you only had I give Mike a $10 account, right? He's not going to care what happens, whether he loses $1. That's a lot. That's
$1.
way more. Like, yeah, that's 10%, right? You should be only risking 1%. So you should really only be risking 10 cents if you have a $10 account.
Well,
you have to do the math.
Back in the day, you used to be able to feed an entire starving family in Africa for $1 a day. So for some people, $1 is a lot of money.
So a funny thing happens, right? We give Mike, he has a $10 account. He can do 100% like this. Why is that? It's the same phenomenon that if you were to go in a demo trading account, it doesn't even matter. You're like, you don't care, right? Because there's zero emotion. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And I've had a couple people tell me, oh, demo trading is completely different. It's not like the real thing. Like they see your position when you have real money and they just come after me. Well, the reason why it's not working in your real account is because you're risking too much money and you're caring too much about it.
Yeah, remember when I turned $1.50 into $50 in one day?
Exactly.
And then
What? Why was that so easy?
because I just didn't care. I did not care.
Exactly.
I was just in like a flow state. And then once it hit $50, I started caring and I lost everything on the very next trade.
And in there lies the key, right? So when you have to find this place, and maybe it's $1 at first, right? Maybe it's $5. For me, it's around $20 to $30. That's my like, oh, I don't like that. Like 3 of those in a row, like I'm not happy after like a few of those, like $30 losses. That's my maximum. I know that. And it's going to be different for everybody else. And it might have to be $5 in the beginning for you. It might have to be $10. It might have to be $1, right? But find the stop loss that you don't care about. And then if it gets hit, you're like, well, who cares if it gets hit? I'll just find another one. And then eventually it's going to hit, right? Monday
$5.
I was trading. My stop loss got hit. I shouldn't have been trading on a Monday, like breaking my own rules, right? Stop loss got hit twice. Then Tuesday comes on, we get that big dip. Stop loss gets hit again, right? And I was already angry because at that point I was like down $90, right? Then I saw the model. I'm like, I'm taking it again, and I risk another $25. I'm like, whatever. If it gets hit, it's gonna hit eventually, and when it hits, I'm gonna get paid. And then boom, we got paid today, right? And it made up for all the losses, and now I'm in profit, $30. It's not $100. Yeah, the total trade was $150 trade. It was
30
phenomenal.
whole dollars.
If I had just sat on my hands on Monday and not done that, I would have been up way more. So the point of that story is to do less, right? Don't trade on Mondays, right? But also learn something huge. I can lose a bunch of times in a row and then my model hits, it doesn't matter because it just makes up for all the losses and I'm going to be profitable anyways. It's a beautiful thing. But you have to be able to get kicked in the teeth a few times and still be able to, I'm going to do it again. Yeah, I don't care. It's gonna work eventually. You know, knowing how to do that, game changer. So figure out what is a comfortable stop loss for you. If you're watching the charts, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're over leveraged. You're not you're not doing what we're teaching here, and you're simply gambling. You're just chasing candles when they break out. That's not a strategy. That's not an anything. That's no one's. If you look for a professional job on Wall Street trying to trade, no one's gonna hire you because you're just gambling, right? You're not playing anything.
Don't go chasing
And we're
false
showing you
bottoms.
strategies.
Don't go chasing false bottoms, you know?
We catch falling knives on this channel, right? That's what we're showing you how to do, right?
That's
We catch falling knives.
an
That's
intense analogy.
right. And they say, "Oh, you can't time the market either." Well, we're telling you, yeah, you can set your watch to it. You can literally set your watch to it
I mean, I knew we had
and
good.
just trade on.
I was gonna say I knew we had good CPI data, but really what I should be saying is I thought we had good CPI data today. Turns out that it wasn't good. The market makers,
So there you go.
you know, they pulled a little trick on everyone today.
So yeah, let's bring up our Forex factory here. I have it here.
Spoiler
Got a
alert:
lot of windows.
everything went up.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's like yeah, refresh here. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, computer. Really?
Guess who's back?
It's going slow today.
Back again. It's the Russian
So yeah.
roofing ninja. Oh, employment change?
Yeah.
Unemployment rate
I mean,
in Australia?
really, it came in exactly as forecasted. So I mean, it's not really up or down. It's just neutral.
It was what's expected. Month over month was
Mhm.
0.3% too, which was better than expected.
So yeah, really, honestly, the numbers don't matter sometimes. I've seen some wacky stuff, but all you needed to know simply is that the monthly candle trades down the first week, and then the second and third week of the month, right? We want to see it create the body, and then usually the fourth week is the wick of the top of the candle. So it wicks all the way to the top and then retraces back down, and then we get the close. It's that easy. So we're looking right now for the body of the candle to be formed, and that's what's currently happening. Right?
Body is a wonderland.
Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow, we got PPI, and we have unemployment claims. So
Nice.
another, another thing to watch.
Even worse.
Be careful, you know. So I want to see for at least Bitcoin. I want to see the stops get run out.
Tomorrow,
That's for sure.
You think we're gonna have a little dip?
No, everybody who's shorting, because let's bring up the charts now. Let's bring up the charts. It's going after the shorts right now. It's doing a little pullback, of course, but it's going to take all the people shorting, thinking they're smart, thinking that they found the top of the market. Let's go into the hourly, actually. Where are their stop losses? Exactly where my alert is. And the long from yesterday is... Oh, it didn't take it? Did it take it? Are we up? Oh, it didn't trigger. What the heck?
Think we actually did it. I do believe we
Oh,
talked
we
about
didn't.
it, but it never went down.
It didn't dip as far as I want. It only 618. So that's fine. Oh, so it went to the... Interesting. But if we had pulled from the bodies...
Damn.
Still, I mean, it didn't hit the 786 perfectly. That's so...
It dropped under 95 last night in the middle of the night.
It just went. It just took off. Really, honestly, the 786 was back here. And that's why, I mean, I got stopped out here, right? But yeah, should have had my stop below this low. But it's all right. It went pretty deep for Max Payne double bottom kind of thing right there. But if you look at it closely, this still creates a higher low. See that wick?
It is
Right.
super deep, dude. Max Payne and the double bottom.
Yeah. So I still saw this model, and I still played it, right? and now we're getting the crossover on the 1 hour, the Golden Cross, right?
Damn.
We're looking for price to come and touch the 21. This is our next entry, right? We're
Corey is a
looking.
player. You heard it here first.
This is what we do. We're hustling the markets right now.
He's playing models left and right every day. Just model after model.
If no model, no play. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna cancel this. So yeah, we didn't get our entry on that, which is fine. But we learned to have price come to us.
There'll always be another
So
one.
yeah, I'm looking for this. We can even like kind of curl back up here and have this come back up as we make a flag, But right now I'm looking for the 1 hour to touch 21 before we continue.
What are we at?
For Bitcoin.
107.72 right now?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I closed the long from yesterday. Yeah, you keeping an eye on the chat? Okay, yeah. Only me. Only person watching is me. But it's all right. It's all right.
Shit.
Anyways, Bitcoin. I want to see it touch the 1 hour. And then come. So, is there any plays that you wanted to go over? Oh yeah, and yeah, we're looking for price to take stop losses. People who are they have their stop loss right up here at this red line, and right, we're looking for this to flag out whether it goes this way. Right, we create this flag this way, and then it breaks out. Target would be 106,680, or this could consolidate for a little bit longer, kind of sideways, Really depends on what's going on. We're watching this golden cross on the moving averages for the 1 hour. And the monthly model, let's look at it because the higher time frames they run the show. Look at that. Bullish candle is forming for the month.
Is that every single one of your trades?
Yeah, those are all the entries for my demo trades.
Oh, it looks good when they stack up all the arrows like that. And
Right? It's so annoying that you can't get rid of it too.
You can't?
There probably is a way, but
Trading View.
I haven't looked for it.
Got to get on that.
So, is there any plays that you made this week?
Yeah. I talked about BlackBerry already, I'm guessing, because we streamed yesterday. So
yeah,
today I basically
look at that.
I watched the S&P jump back up about $50 a share, which made me kick myself in the butt for selling those 609 calls for Friday, selling those early on a stop loss. But what can you do?
Here, you got this for a second?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I doubled down on the BlackBerry though, so averaged down a bit. If viewers saw a little bit of a garbled thing before with the video and audio, that was because of an issue with using wireless and wired monitors. I guess when you HDMI from your GPU right into your primary, it works great. It's amazing. Good refresh rates. Everything's nice. I control all the different functions through the computer alone, no remote. And I linked to a wireless Samsung monitor. Beautiful monitor. Amazing thing. But having these wireless to monitor chat and bouncing back and forth is usually not too good. That's what they don't tell you, though. You know, most streamers they won't talk about that. They do test streams to get everything up to snuff. We don't do that here. You get to see the process. So I could monitor chat through my laptop, but I use that to watch the Bitcoin price. But yeah, BlackBerry
Yes.
the past couple days just kind of dipped. It wasn't great. What are you gonna do?
Consolidation.
I doubled down. I averaged down.
But look, we're kind of getting this. We're watching the golden cross on the daily. If we get that, it's go time, right? Because price it wants to touch the 21 right now.
Yeah,
That's what it wants to do.
this one is a
Right.
earnings play for me. So they got earnings coming up December 19th. So I believe that would be next Thursday. And yeah, jumping in heavy on the $3 calls in my demo trading account because this is not financial advice. So this is 100%.
Next Thursday would put us.
Yeah, where's next
vertical
Thursday?
line at next Thursday. Start using your vertical lines. Put that in your notes because it's gonna be a game
19th.
changer.
Yeah.
So, right? Wouldn't that be what we want to see? Kind of like consolidation in here.
I'm hoping, man.
Right.
Because the calls I bought in my demo account are for January 3rd. Be a great way to start the new year.
So, target of the flag would be $3.13. If that's projecting way out, so we don't know if this is gonna pop up and do some other stuff. But this is the kind of mindset you need to like start projecting out. This is like a game of chess. You know, you gotta prepare for what moves are gonna come next, and almost project them and prepare for what's gonna come next. Right?
But don't project
If it
your
does
feelings
this, I'm
onto
going to
me.
do this.
What?
So yeah, BlackBerry, something to watch, right? Some stuff to watch.
BB. Yeah, no, this is
Right, we given.
you know, I'm trading like it's 1999 over here. You know, I'm calling up my broker, paying that $15 commission on every trade, or sometimes it's a flat percentage. But you know, you call them up on the phone. Hey Tommy, what's going on? And you know, tell them to buy some BlackBerry.
It sounds like Ethereum right now. Every time I have to make a transaction.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's rough. Because
So
I've seen some cheap
we got any,
transactions, but recently, but not right now.
let's stick to TradFi for a little bit before we go back to crypto.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about Archer Aviation.
So,
We talked about all those ones. I mean, we could bring up. So I kind of wanted to actually talk about momentum trading today. So just basically jumping in, finding the stocks with the highest volume, and short-term momentum trading them. I've been studying up on this stuff because this has been my my hope for what I'm gonna do coming up soon. But I guess the best one to mention would probably be number one volume, Rigetti Computing, RGTI.
So if people now see, this is another thing. Yeah, what was the ticker?
RGTI. It actually came up on your thing.
RGTI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so see it's top in the volume right there. So this is another tool we have not brought up on we haven't brought up on this channel yet because we're trying to keep it a little basic. I know that sounds crazy, right? We get pretty technical around here.
Well,
but
people who are
I don't
using
want
like
to overwhelm you.
The simple fact is people who use a screener or a scanner are going to be people who are looking for stocks, probably short-term momentum anyways, but looking for price action and not looking for any individual stock. So it's interesting, you know. It's definitely not your normal trader.
So, just describing as what Mike is talking about. We're getting in and out, right? That's basically what I teach with the meme coins. The reason why I teach that is they're such high risk. There's a chance that they could go to zero, right? And you need to be able to protect yourself, and that's why I teach the whole risk management thing, coupled with the meme coins and the altcoins, because you have no idea what's going to happen with those, and you can't get married to an idea, right? So
Don't get married at all. Sounds horrible.
yeah, well that too. Yeah, don't bring getting the government involved in your relationship. That's a little weird in my
Money Mike's been
opinion.
married 3 times.
Really?
I know this room looks nice, but I'm actually renting a small basement room from an angry drunk. Stomps around all night up there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, Mike. I'm sorry about that. So moving on to how to use the stock screener. Right? Let's talk about how to use the stock screen. Right? Or it's basically you can see all these different parameters, right? You can do market cap, you can do volume price. You can sort these however you want. And what Mike is talking about, Money Mike here, talking about is volume. You want to describe to the viewers what is volume, Mike?
Just how many shares are bought and sold in one day or a prescribed amount of time. It's pretty basic.
So basically, the amount of money that is being bought and sold in a 24-hour period. At least from here, you can change your parameters, right?
You'll see it sometimes
But
where an
right now,
entire
see,
stock is just
we're
where all the shares of a stock are traded back and forth 3 times in one day. Insane.
yeah. So this is the time parameter. See where my cursor is right now on the stock screener. What we're using. It's currently measuring a 24-hour period, and you can change your time parameters in this drop down menu here. So you can look at the total amount of volume for every 15 minutes if you were to be, say, trading a 15-minute chart, right? But let's stick to the daily, let's to keep things simple. I don't want to go crazy. But what Mike is talking about, so we were looking for lots of money to be flowing in within a 24-hour period. So you want to continue and as what the strategy is?
So my strategy in particular, I mean, when it comes to these momentum stocks, is you're never gonna get in when the initial pop happens, when the initial rocket ship takes off. Just trying to get in before that will way too difficult. You're looking at them basically after the rocket ship has taken off, and then
Steve's in the house.
I wait for him to lose some
Steve's in the
altitude.
house.
What's up, Steve?
So so basically volume is almost like a lagging indicator, Or am I saying that correctly? No. It shouldn't be it's like it's forecasting what's going to happen to price.
Yeah, when I do it with
Right?
stocks, you're basically just looking at the volume from that day. So, no.
So yeah, you can look basically, let's put this down into basic terms. You can get your stock screener, right? Pull it up in the bottom of the menu right here, right? And then click on volume. And it's going to tell you where most of the money has been flowing within a 24-hour period, right? And you can change it on the time frames. And if we know a bunch of money is flowing into say stock or crypto, right? We know there's probably something that we're not seeing yet that is going to make a move, right? So RGTI is basically what Mike was talking about.
Number one volume
Top of
today.
the list right there. Yeah. Look at that gap as well. A lot
Honestly,
of
I feel like it's important
inefficiency.
to mention if you're going to be momentum trading, basically day trading, like the ones with the most volume are going to be the most volatile. See, when you're doing it like I do it, volatility is important. It's everything. Quick money.
So that's why everybody's like, oh no, if I don't like Bitcoin or crypto, it's too volatile. Well, too much crazy stuff happening, basically. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the ups and downs.
I mean,
It's hard to protect yourself.
Bitcoin's an interesting one because I feel like out of the alternative assets outside of fiat currency and cash, that's probably the one. Bitcoin's probably the one used the most for the most transactions and just sending money to people and stuff now. Because it's like,
oh yeah,
that just contributes to its volatility way more.
Basically the guy who owns the shop that I do work for, private contractor machinist, he has to pay, like, he was telling me, like something like a crazy transaction fee for every time somebody uses a credit card to pay for, like, the stuff that we do. It's like something like 6% or some crazy thing like that. I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, imagine if they just paid in Bitcoin. It'd be a little tough if you were a business, right? You wouldn't anticipate everyone to pay with Bitcoin because you have to pay your bills, and you can always sell, right? Say if it was the bear market, you would want to be accumulating Bitcoin, right? Those are the times. But like, say if we were in a time right now and you were a business and you were receiving Bitcoin, I would think it would be probably a good idea to take your money quickly, and then and accumulate stuff for overhead and other things for the business. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes.
But I would think taking Bitcoin as a form of payment as a business would be such a, if you knew about it, right, and you knew about trend, and you knew about where we were in the market, and you knew how to conduct yourself, right? It involves obviously a little bit more hands-on, but I really think even if somebody were to be paid in Bitcoin for a business, there's a way to manage it where you're still gaining, like, at the end of the day, which is amazing because the credit card companies, they own the show, right? And you have to play ball with them. And if you don't play ball with them, well, guess what? You're not getting paid. Well, imagine if we can get around that. Bitcoin's a way around that. We can, if we can come to a mutual agreement as two consenting parties to say, yeah, I'm okay with getting paid with Bitcoin, and yeah, I'm okay with paying in Bitcoin. That's cool. That's the direction we need to start moving if we want to have things start to change, in my opinion. You know. And a lot of people are like, "Yeah, I'm in Bitcoin for because it's about change. I'm in there for the blockchain." Well, are you putting that to practice? Have you made some transactions between you and your friends with Bitcoin? Have you bought something with Bitcoin? I have, right? I get people
Drugs.
into Bitcoin, right?
Just kidding, kids. Don't do drugs.
No, 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 no. But Bitcoin, and I've given Bitcoin as a gift for Christmas, right? Like, I get people into Bitcoin that way. I'm like, look, you know what? I know you're not into Bitcoin. I know it sounds crazy, but guess what? I got you set up with the wallet. Download it right now. I'm sending you $100, right? And then they're like, yeah, I'm downloading right now. And boom, now they're into Bitcoin. Think about that, right? They weren't into Bitcoin. They were scared about it. They didn't want to put their own money into it. They didn't want to take any risks. Well, why don't you do that? I'm going to give you some Bitcoin. You don't even worry about it. Watch what happens, right? I did that to Jamie's brother, Josh. Shout out to Josh, you're watching. I gave him some money on Christmas. I'm like, That was last Christmas. And I'm like, watch, dude. You wait. Just hold that and you just wait. And I remember her dad and everybody's like, what's the value in Bitcoin? It's so risky, this and that. Like, the whole mainstream idea. And I'm like, well, it's understand, like, a lot of people didn't understand the internet when it first came out, and that's basically what crypto and blockchain is right now.
The
There's a
internet
large
has
portion of
taken
the
over.
yeah, there's a large portion of the population is completely, they don't understand what this is. And I mean, even some people who are crypto investors, they say they have they have a lot of crypto, right? More crypto than me probably right now, but they don't understand Web3. They don't understand yield farming. They don't understand um, how to interact with the blockchain other than going onto an exchange, putting some money there, buying the crypto, and keeping it on the exchange, and it never goes any further than that, right? They never go further than that. They never linked a wallet. They never
Fred.
traded ETH for wrapped ETH to
Fred.
transfer it to a different network. They've never, and then as soon as you start talking about that kind of stuff to even say crypto investors, they get overwhelmed. They're like, no, 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 I'm not doing that. That's just too much, right? There's a huge gap between what they do on the exchanges and what's actually crypto. You know, that's my
Fred,
rant.
enough. Fred, enough. Dude, stop. Hello? Still there?
Yes, sir. I don't know what happened there.
I turned off my microphone because my dog was freaking out. That's annoying to have to listen to.
Did we catch all that? I got kicked out of Discord.
Yeah, no, we got everything. I'm still on Discord. I think I'm the one hosting the video.
That was a good rant.
Huh?
Like that was a lot of good info. Oh man.
No, you set it up.
So yeah. Let's did we go through what Steve's saying here?
Yes. Yes. I gave Steve a secret message in the middle of our stream without you realizing, I don't think. He asked me if the hair was real.
So yeah, he's saying because most people pay with cards these days. Yeah, it's interesting because it's convenient, and that's what the big gap with crypto is, not convenient enough, I guess. Imagine if you had like an app on your phone and you basically touch Bitcoin. You have certain cryptos in your wallet, and they say, "Oh, I accept Bitcoin here." You just touch the Bitcoin picture and you hold your phone up, much like Apple Pay, and then you just pay with Bitcoin that way. That's what we need. If the general public were to have something like that, right? Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Right? That would be amazing, but they're not going to do that.
I don't know, man. You can already do that with a Coinbase card. Stuff like that. You can already spend your cryptocurrency with your your debit card, Google Pay, etc.
Yeah, they have BlockFi card. They have I mean, I'm surprised Coinbase hasn't. Does Coinbase have a card?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I got it. Coinbase debit card. It'll sell the cryptocurrency for you. So you spend cryptocurrency at the store and then you get cash back on a debit card.
So yeah, I mean, Steve's asking, what's up with the Bitcoin ATMs in the gas station?
Massive service fee. The worst way to buy.
It's like it's the dumbest thing, I think.
And a lot of states and provinces are requiring a license or identification to buy the Bitcoin anyways. So I don't know why you
really
buy it that way. Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Oh. See, the best way would be to say, if you really we're trying to stay anonymous, right? The best way to do that would be, see, it's you still have to have an on ramp.
Yeah,
But if you were
that's the thing.
if you were to give someone else money to put into, say, an exchange, right? They can then gift you that crypto. Then you take that crypto and send it to a different wallet. This all can still be tracked, mind you, right? But it would be hard for them or anybody who are trying to figure out if you had received that money or crypto, if it was yours, you know.
Well, most blockchains are
That's
completely transparent. All the transaction fees and everything are all right out there for everyone to view.
exactly. So, but how do they know if it's you or someone else or a different person or
this is what you do.
You know, unless they tell you.
You basically offer some type of good or service, and then for payment on that good or service, you take cryptocurrency. People.
Yeah, but I'm talking, say, we're not even going to go down that road. We're not even going to talk about that. But basically, yeah, crypto is you can track and trace pretty much everything. And there's no reason as to why companies should not be using crypto as a form of payment, other than that they're gatekeeping it right now. And it's going to happen.
Don't be the gatekeeper.
They're going to do it. I mean, you can still. I mean, I've already paid for things online, right? I've already paid for gold and silver using crypto online, right? It's already a thing.
Yeah,
I bought cannabis seeds using crypto, right? It's only a matter of time before once Amazon really starts. PayPal has a crypto option now. Come on, man. Like the last 5 years, how many things are actually starting to move in that direction?
Did you just say the devil's lettuce?
Chat.
Did you just talk about the devil's lettuce?
Yeah.
So, you know, that stuff's bad, kids. My mom always said, you know, it starts with one joint. Before you know it, you're sacrificing a virgin on the altar of Satan. So I pass on grass.
Yeah, well, you know, to each their own. But I would say,
I'm excited to actually cover once the pot stocks are going nuts again because of some law change or something. That'll be a fun time covering the pot stocks.
I would say I'm a motivated stoner. I like to smoke before I go to work in the morning, and I actually get more work done, right? Smoke on my breaks, everything. Like I'm talking like I'm a more productive stoner than probably most other people, and that's fine. But you got to break the stigma.
Manic Money Official does not endorse these views.
Yeah. So moving on.
Oh, yes. Momentum trading?
Yeah, you were going through that strategy and somehow we got stuck down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, share your screen. They can bring up Rigetti Computing, or you can bring up the number 2 biggest volume. But basically, you were talking about screeners, and I was going to kind of break down my screener. It has a market cap limit of $1 billion. So, and basically, I'm just looking at the highest volume of all the stocks underneath that. I only want stuff traded on the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. The most volume possible. Least amount of shenanigans. So, like the top 3 both had amazing opportunities to make money on them. And they actually, the top 3 volume ones that you have up there, all highlighted a different way to get there too. They all did different things over the course of the day. I mean,
and this is another tool for you to use in your arsenal. I mean, you can use this with crypto as well, right? But if you're looking for stuff that might, you know, if not might. If it has a lot of money behind it, obviously we think it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
right? That's basically what Mike is getting after here,
I mean,
and you can use
Nvidia's,
this.
you got Nvidia on the screen. That one you can get a nice little, you can find some nice 5-10% gains, and it's a lot more stable. But I basically only do the low market cap ones. Like, I think I actually have it set to 2 billion. 2 billion. But so like
That
Rigetti
looks
barely qualified.
that chart looks incredible. Like how
Nvidia?
smooth that is.
Oh
Like
yeah.
holy crap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's all gonna come crashing
that's.
down. It's gonna be
Oh yeah, it's only.
spectacular.
I mean, you kind of have a rounded top here starting to form, which is a telltale sign of things getting exhausted. It's not to say that it can't just come and run out
It's
the stops up here, but that's around the
unsustainable,
top.
man. I think in with the exception of a handful of states, the past 3 to 4 years has been more about rebuilding than it has been, getting back to where we were before 2020 than it has been, starting something new. So a lot of people, a lot of bigwig money guys have been just, keeping their money in the stock market, especially with the way like regulations and stuff are. It's easier to make money that way.
That's it.
With the next guy coming
So
in, you might see more money going into the actual economy itself, real estate businesses. So even if the stock market goes down, like I think it will, that don't mean nothing.
yeah, you know, what's the deal with Bitcoin? Yeah, yeah, we already went over that. Yeah,
The
so
Actually that brings
the
up
big payment.
what?
Yeah, go ahead.
That brought up a stock pick, Bitcoin Depot. They do Bitcoin ATMs. They're
Oh
gonna,
yeah, let's bring up that because we talked about that in the
yeah.
past.
I think trying to
What's the ticker?
go over the short term charts on those three momentum runners would be a little boring, anyways.
What's the ticker?
That's too much sauce to give them. BTM can only give so much sauce.
Yeah, I mean, and Steve, you're watching. You still have another class with me, so let's schedule that. Right? Let's get that
Yeah,
going.
that one's crazy.
I'm getting. I have to send him the link. Be like, hey, you gotta jump in to the live stream and talk to me on the live stream.
But yeah, BTM is an interesting one. I like them because they have warrants. Those warrants are valued somewhere between $10 and $12 for the strike price, but I mean they're good to 2029, and they're
Yeah.
dirt cheap, 4 cents a piece.
Another one, I mean, look at that Golden Cross, and it's holding above the 200. So, I mean, something to watch. Oh,
It
jeez.
makes no sense that a stock with Bitcoin in its name hasn't gone through the roof at this point. So that's especially why I like the warrants, because you never know. This could be highly short sold, and then one day all of a sudden just catapult action,
They could be suppressing this thing. So, I would not write it off,
Market
right?
makers
So,
could definitely suppress that one until they want it to fly. And that's where warrants
just
come in
like a
handy.
lot of crypto. Look at XRP. Like, holy crap, man! Like, how many people were buying XRP for such a long time it wasn't doing anything, and then as if someone flipped a light switch on, then everything just started. Like you seen, there's something going on there. I tell you. All right, we're not gonna go too deep into it, but something going on there.
Market makers. We'll just say market makers. So Bitcoin, this one actually has warrants too. You can look them up on TradingView. That's pretty crazy.
Um, what was it that we can look up?
BTMWW.
WW. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah,
The
those are the
Nasdaq.
warrants, baby.
Look at those candles. Yeah, look at from the chart we just looked at. Look at this. What is that? That is dirty.
It is. That's
Well,
people selling
actually, what's that?
warrants for a good price.
What, you know what, Mike? What does that tell you right there? That's a big sign. What is that telling you?
That's
What did this candle do?
somebody who has a lot of warrants was offloading them to suckers.
What did it do?
It
It ran up really quick.
Yep,
Why did it run up really quick?
because that's when the
Not because people were buying. No, no, no.
people were selling.
Why would it run up there and then drop right back down?
Because people were selling.
Because they think they're smart and they're shorting the stock. And the market makers know that they're shorting the stock and that they have their stop losses up here. So they took them.
Yeah.
And then now,
Remember this.
what do you see?
This is the warrants, so the warrants can't be short sold or anything like that. There's no contracts on them. These are just people buying and selling the warrants.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's interesting.
Interesting.
That's why the chart looks so crazy. So that when the price spiked like a month and a month ago, that's that large black candle you see up there, I think. It's hard to say.
I think we looked at this because we had a line up here. What is this from? That's what I'm wondering.
It's
Right?
with the warrants are weird.
We must have looked at this in the past because we didn't draw this green line and it was here. So
Yeah, we definitely talked about this before. It's kind of crazy how it lost that trend line, huh?
Oh yeah, it logs everything. But there's like a cup and handle now.
Oh yeah,
You see it?
nice little cup.
So I keep an eye on this. That's all I gotta say. I mean, it looks pretty interesting to me. That's
I'm gonna be reading up on some of these. I think end of the week here.
Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I finally got the opportunity. All right, so
What's the
what?
anything else before we start jumping into anything else before we start jumping into altcoins?
No, jump in the altcoins, bro. I've been thinking about this one for a bit, so it's awesome that we're able to get to Bitcoin Depot and the warrants. Let people know that one you got to buy in Charles Schwab or E-Trade or one of your more traditional brokerages. You're not going to find it on Robinhood. Robinhood doesn't do warrants. That's basically the only thing they don't do. Oh, that and XRP.
Yeah, XRP, isn't that something, right?
Oh yeah. You know what's gonna happen there, man. Once they get back on Robinhood and once they get back on Robinhood and stuff, they're just gonna dump it and sell off all their warrants on you.
This is sketchy territory, I gotta tell you.
And the whole thing seems sketchy.
Yeah, the fact, that was not doing anything for the longest time, and then all of a sudden just decided to pop. Doesn't sit right with me.
Oh, the whole market, man. This looks like the Dutch tulip bubble. You heard about that?
No.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about that?
It was the 1600s, and it's one of the an earlier semi-modern example of.
Here, you got this for a second?
Yeah. Of an over a valued market, and in the Dutch tulip bulb prices went through the roof. There was a craze over them. People were buying them up like mad. And at one point, 2 tulip bulbs were worth as much as a house. And eventually, that market just came crashing down so hard. It's kind of what people were expecting with Bitcoin, but it just keeps going. Just keeps coming back. Oh, but right now the markets kind of just resemble that. It just all this seems so unsustainable, and it just keeps going up and up and up. When we do have pullbacks, they are short, momentary, and not severe. So it's interesting to watch it all play out. I'm assuming Corey is re-upping on a drink. Who knows? It's got the door closed, so I'm assuming his significant other is home.
So,
right? Your significant other is home.
So that's it.
Yeah.
So XRP, I mean, if you held on to this point, congratulations. I mean, I would personally, if I were you, I'd be paying the trader, right? Especially if we weren't we talking about this at like 60 cents, Mike? Yeah, we were
talking about this.
I mean,
for a while.
we were telling for a while. We were like at the bottom, right?
The SEC.
Personally, I sold a lot. I sold all my XRP at $1, right? And I sold most of it at like 60 cents.
Damn.
So I missed this, and I'm all right with that.
Damn.
So, but we got other things. We got bigger fish to fry. I'm not even see a lot of people get into crypto for these big pulls. It's not even about that. And once you realize that you don't even need big price runs like this to make good money, like a whole new world gets opened up.
I mean,
right?
There's a lot of people just running bots on these networks, and they basically just play with transaction timing and stuff, and they're able to make money doing that. The bots bring home the money to their coders. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, yeah, if you know how to program right now, like you can basically create a bot. It's it just buys every time the 1 minute goes over the 200 and sells every time the 1 minute goes below the 200. You can literally make it that simple. And then you go back test the strategy and see if it works, and then it just runs. And you just don't do anything, right? It's that
always
easy. That's the world of trading right now.
Always back test the strategy. Yeah, the majority of trades are high frequency trading bots, not even humans. On the stock market too.
Makes sense, right? Because then we can automate a lot of different stocks, right? We can watch multiple stocks at a time, right? And it's hard. I mean, especially if you're trying to manage like 3 different trades professionally, not just letting it sit there, right? Like it can be very stressful. Right? So yeah, if you made it this far in the stream, congratulations. Right now we're gonna go through the altcoins. Right, this is where we make some big gains. Right, I'm gonna go over a special altcoin, probably a little bit in the end. Right, that I see has some big potential. Right, all these altcoins I'm gonna go over have huge potential, but right. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. It's an AI coin, right? And it's you remember what happened with the other AI coin? Come on. So AI is another. It's a narrative of the cycle, and I mean every time I see it, I just jump into it, and it just gets me paid. That's what I'm seeing, Mike. Right? How about you?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, it was like that in the stock market too, with the AI stocks. Every single stock that was tied with AI. Pow, 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 pow. And it was a couple waves of it. But
That's the narrative.
The one clear winner was the one that we talked about on this stream, Palantir.
So if you have your journal still open, right, and if you didn't catch the notes in the beginning, I want you to go back to the beginning of the stream. Make sure you write down what we talked about in this, the beginning, but add this into into your notes, right? Because this is important, right? We got Nosana right here. And sorry, what I was gonna say, add this into your note. You want to be following a narrative. And since this cycle is AI, right? We're gonna be sticking to that narrative. If we see anything new come up, we're gonna do our research and we're gonna stay trust in that narrative, right? As to I guess that's the best way to say it, right? Yeah, if you know something's tied to AI, I mean, you might as well do some extra research and really see if it's worth putting your money into. And then if it is, well, that just you might as well. Yeah, it's high probability, right? So the first coin on the list, right? So the note in your journal there should be find narratives and stick to them. Nasana. I see this coin. You see this amazing flag that we have right here, right? And before I forget, I have to write down one more because I'll forget if I don't. Because it just
That's a
came to
green
me.
flag for anybody who's wondering.
So we can put our stop loss below. See this low right here, which is conveniently below the 200. I'll put a horizontal line right at that wick. We can tighten this up a little bit. I'll even leave it a slight bit below in case it wants to. But honestly, we're seeing this in the flag consolidating. It's looking beautiful. We have a golden cross. This is a daily time frame, right? What do I tell you about the altcoins? Right, the low market cap. We do not want to go any lower than 4-hour time frame because we can easily be faked out, and they can easily punk us out of a good position, right? Don't let that happen to you, right? Don't keep your stop loss too tight because it happens a lot with the altcoins. So what's the target of this flag on Nosana, NOS? I would always keep my targets slightly below my I put my take profit slightly below my target, right? Because more often than not I've seen cryptos not go all the way. Sometimes it goes past it, right? That's all right. We're just trying to get the measure move. And the measure move right here, let's look at it, right? 80%. Come on. Like that's almost 100% gains right there. Come on. Like but from where it's currently at right now, let's be realistic. If you were to enter exactly in right now, which is the top of the flag, which I do not recommend you do. None of this is financial advice, by the way. Nothing should be misconstrued as financial advice. You know, we're not financial advisors. And this is only a demo setting. Blah, blah, blah. This is only 60%. See how much this changes? If you were to enter in the bottom of the flag, look how much the risk to reward changes. And just that such a small move. This is more like a 1 to, not even a 1 to 2. If you were to enter in here, now this is more, a little bit more than a 1 to 2. We're looking for 1 to 3s. All right, so this is still, I would say, high probability. And I would say for an altcoin, amazing trade, right? Take a note on that.
It's important to note though, because you're doing cryptocurrency, that a lot of these prices are going to be very much tied to Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Exactly. So if Bitcoin dumps, Ethereum's going to dump. and all the altcoins are going to dump with it, or at least most of them. I'm not going to say all of them, but there'll be a few outliers, and take notes of those outliers because those are strong coins, right? Um, have you read the book Options Trading for Dummies?
Me?
Have you heard about that? Yeah.
No. No, I have not. I've definitely heard of it. I know Steven was talking about it, but no, I did.
Yeah, he's saying
I did this
the
the hard
algos are
way.
making the price. So yeah, they have these high frequency trading bots that are um exactly what we just talked about. So they would set it, let's keep it super simple because I don't want to overcomplicate things. You can have a bot that automatically buys the price when it breaks above the 200, and a bot that automatically sells when it breaks below the 200 on, say, any time frame, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. It would be it would not be good on the 1 minute because there are days, right, where we have a lot of manipulation. It just chops sideways, you get chopped up. I've tried to trade on those days. It's, you have to identify when those days are occurring, because this is the hardest part about trading. When you can identify prices just chopping you up, you're getting stopped out, stopped out, stopped out. That's why I said you just close the laptop, walk away. You're not going to trade anymore because price showed a willingness not to run, and now you're trying to chase that, and it's just not going to do what it wants to do. If it doesn't run by 11 o'clock, it's not going to do anything, most likely. I'm not going to say 100%, but if your model does not show up by 11 o'clock New York Central Time, most likely price is not going to run for that day. That's it.
If you're trading on your
Set
phone,
it down.
just throw it out the window instead of closing.
Yeah, throw it in the toilet at your work and just, go back to your desk, And someone dropped a phone in the toilet, dude. No.
Yeah,
No,
nah.
dude, I was sick. I got stopped out for the 5th time in a row. I'm pissed, dude. No. We all had those days, right?
Oh yes.
I say you got 3 strikes, you're out, bud, right? If you keep trying to play baseball after you were struck out, well, guess what? You're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, but I mean
Because
the options trading
go ahead.
for dummies is probably a good idea, Steven, because then you won't end up like me and do the wrong thing the first time you sell options. Lose everything a couple times. You won't have to do that.
And this is the thing, and Steve, this is for you because the only time that you're going to be able to gain experience, you can gain knowledge, right? And that can be gained reading a book, watching our stream, going through other YouTubers, looking at, say, strategies, right? That's only knowledge. You're not gaining experience. And much like riding a bike, I can tell you, yes, you have to put your hands on the handlebars and you have to sit on the seat like this, and you push with the pedals. Like, I can only tell you so much about this until you get on the bike and you fall a few times. You're gonna fall a bunch of times. Just, I just gotta let you know. You're gonna get messed up. And if you keep getting back up on that bike, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna ride that bike one day. But if you fall down too many times and you're like, I don't want to get back on the bike. I got hurt. It sucked. Like, I scraped my knee. Like, I suck at this, Corey. I can't ride the bike. Well, if you put that bike in the garage, you don't go ride it, well, you're not going to get good at riding the bike. I'm telling you right now. I could tell you all day how to ride. Like, oh, you can hit the jump like this. I could tell you how to do tricks, all this and that, all the crazy stuff. But if you don't get up and actually get knocked on, like knocked around on the bike, you're not going to learn. And that's the biggest thing. You need to get in the demo account. You need to actually start thinking about like as if this was real money. And that's the hard thing. A lot of people don't want to get in the demo account and they don't want it like, oh, I'm not making money. This seems pointless. Like, yeah, it sucks in the beginning. It sucks in the beginning, you know? Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, it sucks demo trading in the beginning, right? You have to suck and learn how to lose at first before you actually start losing real money, because when you start losing real money, it really sucks. Right?
No, it's
Tell
fun.
me about it.
Fun. It's like a video game.
Yeah. It's just like it's like riding your bike with a wagon like on attached to the back of it, and you're riding your bike through Hartford, right? And you got
Occasionally,
$100 bills.
some days,
Yeah, just going down the street, you know.
and occasionally,
Like
some
you're like,
days,
yeah, this is good.
there's no seat.
All right. So yeah, some days it's like that, and there's potholes in the road. Right? And it sucks. But
Oh man.
yeah, like I said, you have to be able to get knocked around before you win. You're going to get knocked around. You're going to get your teeth knocked out before you win. And that still goes for me. The difference between me and people who are just starting, right, is that I can choose how much I lose. And once you understand that, that's the most powerful thing you can do in this game. And the only thing you can choose in this game, the only thing I have a choice over, is how much I lose. That's the only choice. And that's the biggest thing. You know?
Amen.
Unlike gambling, right? Gambling, you have to sit down a wager. Like, I have to put down this amount of money to be able to play the game. Trading, there is no limits. There's no limits to how much I can lose. There's no limits to how much I can win, right? We set all those parameters. That's what's so crazy about trading.
It is a crazy thing.
Put down this whole down this tangent. So we were on Asana.
Nasana? No sauna?
Yeah, I'm looking at 80% there. If you can get in the bottom of the flag, it might be breaking out. We'll see.
Very nice.
But optimal entry, if we can get back down to this 21, and that would be perfect. Stop below this low. That's no sauna.
No sauna.
Let's look at another coin. Let's go through it. Yeah, I was gonna go through one. So Turbo USDT. So I hear through the grapevine that this coin is going to get listed on Coinbase. Now, don't take that as it's not absolute, or that's not like actual news. I hear from the people that I am in the group with that Turbo is going to get listed on Coinbase in the near future. So,
Turbo.
I mean, this thing's already ran up, but buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, when it gets listed on Coinbase, it'll go up 30%, maybe
Briefly.
more, but then it will definitely correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's usually so. Yeah, you usually, I mean, can use this as a strategy as well. You know, a coin's going to get listed on a Coinbase or a big exchange. You get that coin, say, before, and then when it gets listed, you watch the charts. Most likely, within that a couple of hours of it getting listed, you're going to be selling. Not even, probably within the first 15 minutes or so, right?
Yeah,
Everybody's doing this.
Intense. It's
going to be dumping, right? And there's going to be a lot of suckers there being like, yeah, it's getting listed on Coinbase, I'm going to buy. Don't be that person.
Oh, I
It's not
mean,
financial advice.
the other
But
problem is exchanges like Binance. Binance being the most volume, they
yeah,
allow short selling, so you'll end up it'll get listed on Binance, and then all of a sudden the price just gets held down for months on end after that, after the initial.
yeah, it's not to say. So I remember, I mean, you told me about Cardano before it got listed on Coinbase. That was when I was like really starting to get started in crypto. I bought a bunch of Cardano using the Atomic wallet, right? And it was on a Web3 wallet. Before it got listed on Coinbase, knowing it was going to get listed on Coinbase, I watched the price go shooting up and it dropped down. But then I waited for about 8, 10, 9 months, and I I did my first 400% on a crypto. I sold it. What was it like? It was almost at $4. What was it, like $3 or $4, something like that. So it was like 3 or 400%. I'm just going off the top of my memory.
That's what got you
But I
hooked.
would, yeah, that was it. And I remember, and for a first timer, like I don't know how I did it. I literally sold the top of Cardano last cycle. And it was like right around my birthday, and
Woo, woo.
yeah, all I remember was like BitBoy Crypto saying, "Oh, you want to blow off top," and I watched the price go up, and it wicked up, and it came back down real quick. I'm like, "Oh, that looks like what he was talking about, like a blow off top," and I'm like, "Boom!" I sold, and it just kept going back down from there. Not saying, I mean, Big Boy Crypto. I'm not going to talk any crap on any crypto live stream or whatever. He got me into crypto, so I mean, respect to him, but not really something I would kind of pay attention to personally nowadays. I wouldn't do it because I'm more of a technical analyst, and I've figured out that news doesn't really drive the markets, right? And that's why I don't really bother with it that much anymore. I don't bother with the news, and a lot of the crypto channels are more news oriented.
Yeah, that's the
So
interesting thing. I mean, you will see insane stuff happen on news, like XRP go from 50 cents to $1 when they won their SEC case.
I
But
sold that. I remember selling a bunch of. I like sold a bunch. I remember that day,
oh, it was quick too.
and
It was 30
it
minutes.
was like a 24-hour period. It went up to that, and I sold, and I was like so happy because then after that, it just stayed back at like 50 cents for like a year, 2, 3 years, or whatever.
Like a stable coin. It took 30
Yep.
minutes to hit 92 cents. 30 minutes.
And that's why when it hit $1, I did not think twice. I sold because I knew I was up big. I didn't care. I'm not going to be greedy. And then, yeah, I watched price continue to run. But did I get bent out of shape and chase and jump back into it? No, because how many times have I done that and things run against me? It's the worst.
Yeah, we were
You only
talking
do it
that
so many times. Yeah. You only do it so many times until you decide, well, I'm not gonna touch the hot stove again. Yeah,
Oh,
Steve. The XRP went up to $1.30. It was like pretty wild. I remember why I was at work. I remember getting like the notifications going off on my phone.
yeah.
And it was like
You told
during
me.
like the bear market too. Remember that,
Oh, yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
Like, so nothing was not like we were. This was after years of doing just accumulating. I remember seeing XRP just popping off. I was like so fucking hyped. I did not work the rest of the day. I was just watching my phone, like going outside, like holy shit. And then I saw it at 90 something cents, and I was selling it up like small amounts as it went up. And then by the time it hit 90 cents, I sold everything I had. I'm like, I'm fucking set. Hell yeah, this is sick. And then dumped. I'm like, yep, that's crypto.
Well, it'd be hard to
It does
work.
it all the time. As soon as you start getting excited about something, that's when you sell. That's when you sell, right?
Not financial advice.
Yeah, that's at least for me. You know, as soon as I start thinking, "Oh man, I'm gonna get rich off this. I'm gonna get so much money off this coin," boom, I sell.
So we got Turbo. What else we got? Are we gonna
All
cover
right,
the
so
one?
let's go.
Are we gonna cover the one that I named the stream after?
Yeah, let's go into those. Yeah,
PUL.
so you need to understand something that Hex is another blockchain, right? Think of it like Ethereum or Cardano or Bitcoin, right? It's its own network. And this network has been suppressed for some time, right? And I can only like the fees are super low, right? And this network is like there's a lot of things around Richard Hart that you need to do your own research about. But like I said, I'm not a news guy. I'm more of a charts guy, right? And all I gotta say is you gotta look at the monthly chart for Hex, right? And it looks pretty crappy, right?
That's the entire
But
chart.
this is the monthly chart, yeah. So once again, this blockchain has been suppressed. It's its own thing. It has now a Web3 exchange, so you can now interact with the blockchain. It's now creating a stable coin, right? PDAI, Pulse DAI, or whatever. You got to look at this stuff because the stable coin has not even pegged to $1 yet. And if it gets pegged to $1, right? Oh my goodness, right? It can be some amazing stuff.
Do they have plans to
Do you
peg it to the
understand what I'm
dollar?
saying? What's that?
Do they have plans to peg it to $1?
Well, Richard Hart just voted yes to using, I can't remember what exact funds. Forgive me for not knowing exactly but
You
yes,
are forgiven, my
I
child.
I we've given there is a go ahead to peg the stable coin to $1. I'm even finding the ticker, right? Pulse. We'll have to look at it because it's not on TradingView. So let me come back here and we'll go on to. So this is how new this blockchain. I gotta emphasize how new something like this is. It's not even gonna be in. You're not gonna find a price on TradingView. Like you're gonna have to come to CoinMarketCap to get your information.
Pulse chain?
So the Pulse chain is what we're talking about, right? Which would be the ticker PLS.
Pulse DAO. Is that the stable coin?
No, well, let me find. Pretty sure. Yeah, this is. Yeah. This PDAI, this would be the stable coin. I don't want to get into like this. I've just been researching, so I don't want to like say, oh, this is absolute. So you got to give me some slack. People are into Hex. They're like, what is wrong with you? You should know this. But yeah, this is So I'm right. Okay, so it's calling. We're looking for the pulse. Anyways, pulse chain. it's gonna be a little. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what you have to do, but you're gonna have to get this before it's on the big exchanges. MEXC is actually, that's what's interesting. MEXC is, you can actually get it for USDT, right?
So you're talking about PDI.
But
PDI?
PDOT, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Am I spelling that right?
PDAI. It's a
Oh, here we go.
lowercase p, capital D.
PAI. Yeah, I had that right.
Lowercase p. But I think I can see it right there.
Yeah, that's
Not-
what we were just looking at.
Not that one. No,
No?
that's a different one.
So that's not it. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, it's lowercase p, capital DAI. I don't believe you can look at it in a normal, say, the WPLS.
Yeah, you have it's not pegged to $1 yet. That's the problem. So, or it's not pegged to like USDT. It's pegged to Pulse, which is Pulse is pegged to Ethereum. This is why it's so confusing. As soon as you start talking to somebody like this, like, oh, you have to do this and that, like they just goes right over their head. They're like, I'm not doing that. That sounds sketchy.
Their brain
Right, but
kind of turns off.
if this gets pegged to $1, my goodness. And that's what the word on the street is. I'm hearing from multiple different people, not just my mentor, but a couple other people. And Jesse, if you're watching, like Jesse got into Pulse Hex right at the beginning, literally showed me screenshots up millions of dollars. Craziness. So Jesse's been in this game. He told me about this, so that's why I'm bringing it all to you, right? We gotta let everybody know, like we're gonna help each other out. If Jesse's gonna help me out, I'm gonna help everybody else out and tell me like what he's telling me. So check this out, right? This blockchain's so new. It's not even pegged to like so-called dollars yet, right? So it's considered very high risk, yeah. But scared money don't make money.
This
That's all I gotta say.
This Hex network actually seems to have a really nice mining system. So
Oh, it's deflationary. The whole tokenomics behind the thing it's incredible. So go through it. You need to do your own research. But for me personally, this last dip yesterday, I took a couple $1,000s and I put into this ecosystem, whether it was Pulse Hex, whether it was the Pulse Dex network. So it's like the Web3 exchange for Pulse. This is a whole ecosystem that is currently like it's really like starting to form, and this is very promising. I'm telling you, and we're not thinking we're going to be millionaires this cycle. We're talking long game here, Mike. We're talking next cycle, even the next cycle after that, because what we're talking about right here might not pay off for a long time, but from what we see and what we've seen in the past, this is the stuff we look for. This is incredible stuff. This is how you get in on the ground floor. You're looking at how do I get on the ground floor when it was just like these little lines. You look at crypto like Bitcoin. How did I get into Bitcoin before it was $1? This is it. You have to figure out how to interact with the Web3, right? You have to learn how to connect wallets, right? It might be a huge learning curve in the beginning, right? You have to send Ethereum and you have to use Ethereum for Ethereum, like the gas fees. There's all this stuff, right? We teach it on this channel.
well, the nice thing
And when people
about this network is you can mine it relatively easy. You can basically just stake or mine with your normal computer and get paid in Pulse DAO. So that's pretty.
So yeah, it's proof of stake, which is what Cardano is. And what's proof of stake? It's like receiving dividends as a like stock. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm getting rewarded for holding a stock. It's the same thing. It's just a different word. But so Pulse offers this, right? This is Hex. Sorry, no. You know, you have to. Yeah, you have to do your own research on this, right? But for me, from what I've seen in the past, and from what I'm hearing from a lot of people who have been in this game for a long time, this is looking pretty promising.
Very nice.
So why don't we go through another one? Another one.
Did you have one in mind, or?
Yeah, if you guys stuck around for this long, my goodness, I'm gonna give you another one that's in its infancy. We talked about PAL AI. Well, I'm now giving you Morph AI. This is another one, right? And the fact that it's not an easy way to. You can't just go out to an exchange and buy this, right? You're gonna have to go on the Uniswap. You know, you have to go use the Web3 route, right? But look at how much this has run up. And yeah, it's like, oh, Corey, you're talking about coins already run up. Well, even since the beginning of me and Mike talking, the market cap has almost gone up $1 million. So we're at a $7.83 million market cap right now. So when we showed you PAL, that was at $60 million market cap. If this goes to even where PAL AI was, guess what's going to happen? My goodness, right? 10x. Like that. You find these low market cap coins. They're in their infancy, right? That's not to say that this thing could just be a rug pull, right? You have to be very careful about these very new cryptos. But another AI coin we're giving to you on this channel, right? Come on, man.
Where is this thing being traded right now? What exchanges?
So exchanges, let's look. I don't even think you're being on. You can get on Binance
already. Damn.
Oh, it's on Coinbase. No. Sorry. That's not the right one.
I was like, that doesn't seem right, dude.
I'm not doing. Yeah. It's not on. It's on Uniswap. It's it's Ethereum. It's EVM machine. Like, yeah. Uniswap, dude. That's where we're looking.
I can tell you in 10 more seconds.
No. Yeah, this thing's giving me trouble.
So, markets. Uniswap. Only Uniswap.
Okay. Man.
It is brand.
That's what I thought.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, like, we have how many subscribers? Why do we only have 13 subscribers?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get that up.
We're giving
13. That's an unlucky number. I can't deal with that. It's Friday's coming up.
Yep. Come on, guys. So hit that subscribe button. We need 14. We need at least 14.
We gotta get those.
But Mark's asking Pulse. Yeah, Pulse is Chain. The network. Pulse Chain Network. Do your own research, of course, but huge potential. I'm telling you right now, like, oh my goodness.
I'm looking at that.
Me personally, I put $500 within the last 24 hours into the Pulse Chain Network.
I'm looking at that one like kind of like a long-term investment type thing. Buy up the different cryptocurrencies.
Yep.
Basically, just buy up whatever one is going to give you the biggest reward of Pulse DAO, which is a governance utility token that's going to be used for the Pulse chain network, and just stack that Pulse DAO and just wait for it to moon.
That's it. We're giving you the keys. This is it, man.
Giving you the
Like,
keys to the
I don't know
Ferrari.
what. The Rari or the Lambo, whatever you want it.
You start off with a small amount of money. You need to find, if you can find one big banger to give you 10 times, then go from there. Just start building it up. Act like you have no access to it. Start with a little bit that you can afford to lose and act like it doesn't exist. But just keep doing stuff with it. Only pay yourself 10% of gross profit maximum. And while it'll be a little bit of money at first, maybe a pizza on a Friday after a long week, eventually.
You like Papa John's pizza?
I like to go more artisan, local places,
No.
Yeah. I'm in Connecticut.
You wouldn't trade several thousand Bitcoin for a Papa John's pizza?
I mean, I think it's several million now, right? It was several million.
We're talking about Bitcoin.
Yeah, the guy who bought
Was it?
pizza with Bitcoin, I think it was several million.
Yeah, he bought Papa John's for like several thousand Bitcoin for a pizza. Yeah.
Oh,
Most expensive pizza known to man.
crazy. Crazy.
All right. Oh, let's go. Is there another one? Let's look at
Zilliqa.
Cardano.
I think Zilliqa's
Yeah,
worth
oh yeah, you're looking at Zill.
Yeah.
Let's look at
This one
Zill.
always lags during the bull market, and it's a great network. That's what I don't understand. I mean, yeah. I mean, look
Yeah,
at
I got some Zilliqa myself. Yep, this thing's looking good.
it's crazy though. Crazy. Look at that.
Let's bring up the chart.
Compared
Let's
to
bring up the
Bitcoin,
chart.
it looks horrible. It's pathetic. Pathetic.
Just yeah, it's definitely lagging behind.
Oh.
Yeah. Another same, like almost exactly like Pulse, like Hex, like these things, they're right at the bottom. Like
Ew.
this is a great time.
Yeah. That chart, it just looks ill. Bitcoin just hit 1015. It is just rocketing up right now.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. That's how it goes.
So I think
that's how it goes. We told you, right? We called along yesterday.
It's looking like it's gonna make a run at the daily high, the high of the day, 1019, and then after that, it's probably.
Well, it's going for that. It's going for those stop losses, of course, right?
Oh yeah, fast run up at 10 p.m. when most people are going to bed. These are the Asian markets, people.
Yeah, this is. Yep, that's what it is. But yeah, I think this is a great place to leave it off. I need to get some food.
Yeah,
it's a great stream.
I need to get some sleep.
Another great. Yeah, it's about that time, like almost 10 o'clock for you.
I'm on the East Coast.
So yeah, if you have any questions, right, post them in the comments down below. Right, if you watched the whole stream up until now, congratulations, thank you. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel because we're going to be giving this information out. So it's like the stuff we put out is crazy. Like we should have over 100, at least 100 subscribers by now. But no, that's not what it is because we tell how it is, right? A lot of people don't want to hear the real information. So if we were all about like 10x, oh yeah, crypto's going to Bitcoin's $200,000 next week. Yeah, we have a bunch of subscribers, but not here. We tell you the truth, right?
So
and right now, I mean,
when are you thinking we're gonna do our next stream here?
Jeez, look at Bitcoin just going wild. What we mean? Next, I'm down to go tomorrow if you want.
I don't know how tomorrow is gonna go. I can guarantee Friday, but I had the day off today because of rain. But tomorrow could be crazy.
Holy crap! Look at that. Look at those candles. But
Yeah,
yeah, let me know. I'm down. I'm Friday. I got Friday off, so I got
nice.
all day Friday off. I'm gonna go climb, do a little bit of rock climbing on Friday, but I should be back around this time. You know, like 6 6 o'clock your time.
No plans Friday night.
Nope.
Just trading. Nice.
All right, I think that's a great place to leave it off.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I love you.
See y'all soon.
Love every one of you. Like, thank you for tuning in the stream.
Go make
We're gonna
some
be,
money.
yeah, we're gonna keep bringing this information to you. And if if you guys learn something, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, right? And we're gonna keep doing this, right? If you guys want it. And if you're watching this at a later time, post in the comments down below because I go through the comments later. I still go through the questions, right? And we'll go over it in the next stream, right? So with that, guys,
you can see how our predictions play out.
peace out. Let it go. And I'm seeing more upside for Bitcoin, by the way. So keep that long going. Let it ride, baby. With that, peace out, guys. Have a good one.